That don't work.
There we go. All right.
Yay.
Just getting set up here, guys. All right.
How many people are waiting?
You got to talk loud because we
we
don't
got-
have microphones
We got 2
tonight.
people waiting.
All right, you got us lined up in there.
We're live.
Yes.
We're live.
So we got one kid here, one kid behind the camera right now. How you guys doing? Art from Art's Model Trains. Just give us a minute. We're getting set up, and you're gonna stay behind the camera for now,
Okay,
the
what
plan?
is going on in there?
and then we'll go there. All right. We're good to go.
Yeah.
You feel good to go?
Yeah.
Lighting good.
Yeah. Why is he like looking at me like
All right. So welcome, guys. How many do we have? I didn't even look.
6?
let's see.
well
6
4?
people, all right.
4.
All right.
Because
Awesome.
you 2 are on there.
Can you guys hear us okay? Can anybody comment if they hear us okay?
Comment if you can hear us, please.
We're a little delayed.
Oh,
so-
Ed. Hello, Art and kids.
There we go.
Thank you.
Hey Ed, how you doing? Thanks. Oh, Data 5. We've watched a few of his videos. Nice. All right, good. We can hear it. They're saying they can hear us good.
All right.
So yeah.
Perfect.
Honestly, I was off today from work, so I just said to the kids, let's do a live stream. We really didn't have much, anything special we wanted to catch up on, but all right, let's start with
Random stuff.
random stuff. All right, let's start with the newest thing. All right, so let me just reach back here.
We got little tiny.
Yeah, so I
Switcher.
picked up one of these little Lion Chief Plus 2.0 Docksider switchers. So I have a video coming out about this. Hopefully this weekend I'll get that video out. But this thing's great. I know there's probably lots of videos about these, so I tried to do something different with my video. But it's a great little engine so far. We've been running around the track so far a lot. Had it all over the place on different loops. It is really small, a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll get that running in a little while. But it was a good deal. I think that was last year in the Volume 2 catalog. They had that. But it was a good deal. I mean, for Lion Chief Plus 2.0, I think it was less than $300. I ordered it from Charles Rowe. But obviously a lot of dealers have them coming in right now. So if you guys are interested, it's a pretty good little engine. I mean, from what I saw, RBP did a video, I think that was like a year ago. It may have been longer.
We got 2 new comments.
All right, well, what did they say?
Couple
Yeah,
more,
he
actually.
said he watched
But
that
Lily
video.
just watched
That
the
RV
video
yeah.
an hour
Yeah,
ago.
it's a great little video, and he pulls, 30 boxcars?
Ed said great looking engine.
Yeah. It is a nice little engine. It's really, I mean, like, nice and shiny.
Tiny.
the
so it's gonna
details,
take up a lot of room.
I mean, yeah, you see how tiny this thing
and
is.
this thing carries 30 boxcars.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's kind of crazy. Look at my hand and compare it to that engine. It's kind of crazy.
Want to see my foot compared
All right,
to
no,
that
let's
engine?
not do that.
Okay.
But I will say,
say.
the one thing I did notice was like the crew talk and some of the tower conversation, things like that, is a little weak in the engine, but the whistle and the bell are fantastic. So it's a small little package, probably has a small little speaker in there, but it really is fantastic, really great. And I'll do a little spoiler alert. In my video, I actually was running it on the 027 track that we have actually down below here. So it will run on everything. The only problem I had is I then put it on the 027 up here last night and was just running it around. And some of the box cars I was using were bigger box cars, and it was causing those box cars to derail on a couple of the turns. So I don't know if the box car was the issue or if the engine was the issue. But I did take it off the 027 loop after I kept having that problem last night. But it was really impressive. I mean, it's kind of cool that I think I put a short up last night. I was able to have a command engine on every one of my loops, all 4 loops up here, including the 027, which I never thought I'd have a command engine on the 027. Although I have run, he's probably out of the frame, Thomas on that engine, on that loop. Thomas works.
You can just see him.
No,
Just
you
him.
can?
Right in the corner.
Thomas is up there.
Right.
Yeah, on mine.
Yeah,
You can just see him.
you can just see him. He's up above that New York Central. Wait, if I can get my finger pointed, I can't. The delay is going to screw me up. above the Conrail, above the New York Central.
Cheyenne, I moved it up a bit. Cheyenne.
There, oh, my finger was perfect. Look,
Up here.
we got a little bit of a delay, so it's fun to kind of catch
Hate
up.
the thing. I wonder if it'll work.
Ow.
Uh,
Anyway,
Yeah,
sorry, sit
it's
down.
as hard as you can go. Oh,
All right.
it works.
So, what do you want to talk about tonight? What else besides the new engine? And what else do you want to catch up on?
there's not much.
The other video I have to do is I still have to do a full final video on the yard that we put down the end there.
Probably do a little video on my table because you did one on that table. On my table. I'm just chilling there.
All right.
I got
So
nothing to do.
Datified's asking a question. He's saying that is tiny. Yeah, it's really tiny. What road names do they make? All right, I'm going off of memory here because I don't have the catalog in front of me. But they had a New Haven, which is one I got. They had a
New Central, I guess.
no, they did not. They had an
I didn't know.
Erie.
Erie?
An Erie one, and that one was the one I think you liked that had a little bit of like extra detail, different coloring to it. And all right, now I'm drawing a blank. There were at least two others on there, so it was a pretty good deal.
Whoa. Hold on. Wait, someone-
Just don't worry about that. The computer just started. Anyway, yeah. So that's what I know. I don't have the catalog in front of me, but I know there was at least those two because there was a Reading. I think there was a Reading also, if I remember correctly. But yeah, it's and I think I could be wrong, but were they not again in the catalog this year? No, I'm confusing it with the consolidations. They had the consolidation in the Volume 1 catalog last year that we picked up. That's in the shed right now. And now they've rerun that again. So if you're thinking about a slightly bigger engine that is also scale, is the consolidations, those engines. I got the New York Central. That's fantastic little engine, and that runs down to 031. So I have that can run basically everything we have except obviously the 027.
I can't believe that's even scale.
And yeah, that's the one trick here. This is actually a scale engine, which is kind of crazy. Kind of crazy that it's that tiny and it's considered scale.
That I think that Challenger is even bigger than that, and that's not even scale.
Right. The Challenger
it's
is
taller.
the Challenger we have is a Lion Master Challenger, so it's a
It's taller and longer, and it's not
Oh.
and it's not scale, and
Yeah.
that's scale, and it's shorter. And
So which do you like better, the Challenger or the Switcher?
both of them are very nice, but I think this little engine is kind of cool. That one's still really good though. That's
Yeah.
really pretty.
I'm gonna do a video on the two of them against each other because they are it's kind of crazy. I don't have a obviously scale Challenger. It's Lion Master, but this thing is smaller than the tender on the Challenger. But yeah, I really like. What I also like about this is I just think the color looks fantastic. It's like the black with the silver front or the gray front, and the boiler looks fantastic. So it's one thing about my Challenger. I like the Greyhound paint scheme, but there's some days I wish it was all black.
And there's this. I would like to see that in a gray. I would like to see
Yeah,
that.
I don't. The Reading I think had a red roof. I'm going off of memory here. I guess we could look it up. But the Reading I think had like a red roof, but basically everything else was the same.
Yeah, but I would love to see that engine in gray. I have a feeling that would look really
Yeah.
nice.
All right. That's a
Maybe
good.
really. I don't know. It would kind of look a little ugly.
You could send Lionel a suggestion, right?
Yeah, maybe
What else?
gray.
What else? So tomorrow, there's the Greenberg Train Show in Edison. So the three of us will be heading up there, probably first thing in the morning. Try to get there early, just because we have some stuff going on in the afternoon we got to do. So our plan is to go up there. I think it opens at 10 or 10:30, whatever it opens. We're going to try to be there right at open.
So no one's there.
Well,
No.
I'm not too worried about anybody being there, and it's if anybody has been to that show before, hasn't been to that show before, the Greenberg Train Show, at least the one we go to in Edison a lot, has a lot of post-war stuff. There is some modern stuff, but most of it's post-war and PC. The one guy who's always there is the guy who sells all the Menard stuff. He's always there. Just Trains from Delaware usually goes. They are not going to be there this time, which is unfortunate because they usually have a great selection. But I actually am looking for some post-war stuff. My brother-in-law actually found an engine at his mother's house while they were cleaning out some of the stuff. That's actually up there in the window. You don't have to show that.
Huh.
But it's actually the post-war 2020 turbine. Actually, the one that's in the picture back there. And it's needs some parts, needs to be cleaned, and it's missing the tender. So I'm gonna see if I can get some of that stuff at the show tomorrow. That's one of the things I'm actually.
At the show.
What are you thinking about for the show tomorrow? For your HO set? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking I would like to get a sort of newer Santa Fe, maybe.
Another engine?
Yeah.
You barely run any box cars on there. We got to put some stuff on.
No,
there.
I
You
need
got three.
passenger cars.
Passenger cars is something we've been keeping an
But-
eye out for you. Yeah.
I don't think they would fit on it.
Well, if you
'Cause
get the
he's-
right size passenger cars.
Yeah,
it would fit. So they both have an HO layout. One of them's I think just off camera here.
Yeah.
Yep, you can't see that one. And then the other one's underneath this table here. But they're built off of starter sets, so they have the 18-inch.
Yeah,
curves,
18. It's 18.
18-inch HO curves. So they can't run really big HO stuff, but it's great little sets for them to run their stuff on.
It's
And
good enough.
if you're going to the Green Raccoon Show, I'm not saying you have to, but feel free to go find us. Go find us. We'll be somewhere in the store at 10.
Somewhere in the store. It's not a store. It's
Well,
the hall.
yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
What color are you gonna be wearing? Do you know?
Maybe I'll wear
I don't need, if you know what you're wearing
Red,
tomorrow already, that's
red.
impressive.
red.
Yeah, so if you guys do see us at the
Red.
show tomorrow, if you are there, please, stop, say hi. Love to connect with some people and see see what everybody's up to. What about you? What are you thinking for the show tomorrow?
I don't know.
Caboose? You've been about the
Oh
caboose
yeah,
lately.
I need a new caboose
You need
because
a caboose.
I'm trying to get a whole train of nice cars.
Yeah.
Cause I have
So you have the Jersey
Yeah.
Central
I still have the caboose from the starter
well
set.
car with containers.
That
Four of the
yeah
hoppers?
4 of
that and-
those.
Four of the
my
hoppers.
MG Transit is really nice.
Yeah, your NJ. I have looked at that NJ Transit in O scale.
He looks at all of them engines.
So the boys buy these great HO engines. So my younger son
Oh, he's
got.
getting it.
Yeah, he's gonna put it up. Go ahead. You can hold it up in front of the screen so everybody can see.
Alright. This is,
Hold on.
is it on the camera?
Is that on the camera?
Is it on the camera?
Yeah, that's yeah. Yeah.
Let's take a
Okay.
good look
So,
see
at
it. You
yeah,
can
so-
see it.
That he got that. That was actually a Christmas present last
no,
year.
birthday.
Birthday present
This year.
this year. And then
Two things running
you know,
over it.
I should know the model number of that, but I don't know the engine model number of that. And then you're not gonna be able to see it, but there's another Jersey Central down there that my older son has. That's all right, let me see if I can get this right. H16-44. If my memory serves me right. Let's see. On the ends it'll say it.
H1540.
Wow. All right, so at H1544. And I have been watching a couple of those online and almost pulled the trigger a couple times. Lionel TMCC engine, but he will not. So either he will not let me get that engine for my O scale layout, even though I really like that. And the same thing,
I'll let
the
you
younger
with that.
one, the younger one doesn't want me to get that for my O
No.
scale. But I
I
am.
would.
That's on my wish list for York this year, right? Is the Blue Comet Camelback Jersey Central to run with
That's
the
really
blue.
expensive.
Yeah, to run with our Blue Comet set.
How
All right, wait, we got
how
some
much?
people. You're not doing a great job watching the comments.
Yes,
Yeah.
Hold on.
I'm doing a better job watching the comments.
All right, what do you got? Anything?
Man.
Yeah, I gotta put my glasses on because I can't see anything.
You look at it.
Yeah, all right. So, Ed was saying that the Greyhound paint scheme is really nice. I agree. It is really nice. But there's just some times where you just want to see like that nice black engine coming around.
I don't like always black. That's
So
why
I
you have
think-
steam
well,
engines.
that we got that one in gray, and that's why when I get the big boy will be in black, and we'll have the two of them to kind of trade off against.
Do we have any white engines?
No. Ooh,
Yeah, so Datified saying the black Challengers do look too much like the big boy. You ever get one? Yeah, so that's exactly it. My plan is to get a big boy in all black, and then I have the Greyhound Challenger, so they'll offset each other. It's still in the search for the big boy. I like I said, anybody's watched some of my earlier videos. I've had a failed attempt at acquiring one of those a couple times now. My plan is now put the money aside and go to York this year and try to pick up one there.
hope it runs.
And hope it, well, I'm gonna take it. Somebody gave me when I was doing a live stream with Rail Chief 74. Not this last one, but the one before that. Somebody gave a really good hint. They were like, when you go to York, when you go in the hall, the first thing you should do is find out where the test track is, so that whatever you buy, you can go make sure it runs right before you test it or before you buy it or whatever. All right, so let's see. Frank says big locomotives were restricted to where they could run. Smaller locomotives could run everywhere. Yeah, exactly. But that's, I have to say, Lion Master, and now more recently with the Lion Chief Plus 2.0 Big Boy, it's our layout maxes out at 048 because we just don't have the basement space to go bigger than that right now until the boys let me take over the rest of the basement. Wait, I'm saying something. Please wait. But I wish Lionel would produce more of those Lion Chief Plus 2.0 or Lion Master engines, steam engines. They have some diesels, but steam engines, because it would be great to get that slightly larger steam engine that could run on a smaller layout. But I do agree, most of our engines now we've been picking up are smaller steam engines. I do have. All right, I'll wait so you can say what you were going to say.
Back to this engine. I bet you there's a smaller
Nice and
scale.
loud so people can hear
A
you.
smaller scale engine than that. Like an engine that scale, but smaller than that.
That would be an interesting thing to look up. I doubt that.
Well, I know there's definitely a smaller.
I think Thomas might be.
Smaller O engine.
But Thomas isn't scale.
Scale.
Right, this is true 140, 148 scale. 148 scale.
I mean, there's definitely smaller O scale engines.
I just want to say something too. This is
I know
completely unrelated. How long has that water tower back there been hanging off the edge of the table?
The water tower, which one though?
The one to the right.
The red and white one?
Yeah.
It's always been hanging off the table a little bit.
It's
There's
always
a screw sitting in there holding it down. So that's an MTH water tower he's talking about, which is, I don't know if I'm pointing in the right place.
Yeah, you are.
Which is right
Kinda,
back here. It's
yeah.
white and red check. And that one there is kind of hanging off the back of the table. I have it right in the corner there so nothing hits it. I have a couple of screws in there to just hold it down so it won't fall off, sorry. But it's broken. It was wired up and it's supposed to flash orange on the top and it was great. And for some reason it stopped working. I've messed around with the wires and I disconnected the wires below it. So now I'm looking to either get something new to replace that, or maybe go online and see if I can buy like Evans Designs has lights, things like that, something new that I can replace the board and stuff with inside there. But I have thought about the Chevy water tower for back there. Yeah, I see your face. So I'm a Chevy. So we're NASCAR fans. I don't know if we got any NASCAR in here behind us.
Behind you?
But what? Oh yeah, there's a racetrack right here we built on our table, so that gives it away. But we are NASCAR fans, and I am a Chevy guy. You're more of a Toyota guy, but now that Kyle Busch has moved, maybe you're a little more Chevy.
I don't really care.
I'm Chevy.
You're Chevy too. So I did pick up a Chevy autoloader for the table when we went away this summer at Toy Trains and Collectibles. It's not scale by any means, but it's just really cool. The auto rack, I called it autoloader. But yeah, like a Chevy water tower maybe back there to replace that MTH one. If we do that though, I just feel like what would I do with that tower? I should try to fix it.
Is that
Versus
what does that one look like?
The Chevy one?
Yeah, is it like
it's the one that like is a gray base that comes up and it's just a round ball at the top.
So like
So
like newer looking, I guess. I don't know. I feel like
Is that one? How
I don't
old
know.
is that?
Which?
That.
That water tower?
Yeah.
So we got that water tower at a Greenberg train show. I don't know exactly what year. I could probably look up and see somewhere. There's probably a picture of when I got it. But it's been there. It's been there for as long as, well, probably when we were on the 4x8 layout.
So when this wasn't even, when all that was here?
So,
that's old. That's old. That has to be replaced soon.
replaced.
So our,
What?
all right, hold on, we have comments, but I want to just say one thing for anybody who's not familiar with our layout. It started as a 4x8 sheet of plywood when we moved into the house. Then when we had the basement done and finished, I brought it back out and I've added to it. So I've added about right here where my son is sitting. There's about 5 inches coming this way. This is another 4x4 section here, and then down in the yard section, I built something that's probably about, I'm gonna guess it's about a foot and a half wide, and goes out another 4 feet for the yard down there. All right, hold on. There's a comment. Let's see what we got. Yeah. All right. So the Lion Chief Mikados in the 2023 catalog. I've looked at those. I wasn't in love with them. What? We should go get the catalog. We'll have to grab that in a minute. Maybe you can.
I
run
can look
upstairs.
it up on the computer.
Or
on
just
the
go.
laptop.
Why don't you just go grab the catalog? It's on my desk.
I can look it up on the
Just go grab the paper catalog. It's easier. It's on my desk underneath the magazine. There's a magazine on top of it.
Alright.
I'll have to look at those Mikados. I was kind of on the fence about those. I wasn't sure about like the details that they had in that. And then there's let's see. There's a comment here. I have 042 curves run Lion Chief Hudsons and Pacifics just fine. I've yet to get an articulated big boy. Yeah. What do you think of the Lion Chief Hudson? That has caught my eye. I've looked at that a few times. The Lionel Lines one. So, are you texting so you can't see?
I'm
Oh wait, I'm staring at this. Actually, if I move Parker's chair here,
I just need to do something real quickly.
let's see. You probably can't see it down there, right?
You can see it, kinda.
The
Kinda.
engine that's down there is a 2026 Prairie engine post-war that my father gave us.
Whatever, I just found this looks like
Yeah,
a
no,
really
that's
nice
a really nice
engine.
engine.
What are you
But
doing?
We can't run that one. But anyway, that I've often thought about getting the Lion Chief Hudson to replace that. All right, here, let's look up the Mikados. Actually, did you see what's in here? There's a Jersey Central in here too, isn't there?
Tunes.
What are you doing?
Yeah, there's Looney Tunes. There is a Jersey Central red in here too.
Let me see.
This is Lion Chief.
Nice.
Is it Lion Chief Plus 2.0? Lion Chief Plus 2.0, Jersey Central. What are these? GP7s.
These are, what are those?
That's a Hyundai.
Berkshire.
So this is actually, those are Berkshires. That's very similar to the Polar Express that's down there.
Yeah.
Or wait, I'm going the wrong way here. You said the Mikados are in here. Were the Mikados in the first volume 1 of the catalog? Do you have comments up so you can see?
No.
Yeah, I think the Mikados were in the volume 1 catalog.
I'm looking right now. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Actually, we got a couple new. Ones. I don't know if you read this.
No, which one?
He says that I have a Milwaukee Road and they're great, and I have 42 curves.
Yeah, I read that one.
Yeah. So he says I have a Milwaukee Road, and they're great.
Yeah, all right.
I
So
am.
that's something we'll have to look into. That's,
Hey,
so
watching.
I try not to. All right. First of all, I will say this: we don't run prototypical at all. Like I run, I think here you go. There's all sorts of modern freight right behind this little steam engine right now. So we just kind of run whatever we feel like. But I have tried to narrow us down to road names a little bit because we kind of got started in all over the place. So I've been trying to stick to either New Haven, New York Central, or Union Pacific going forward. Trying, not committed to it in any way. But that's one of the reasons he pulled up the catalog, and I'm sure you guys are familiar in the catalog, right? The first engine that comes up is the F-19 Pacifics, but these are Chesapeake and Ohio. So besides the fact that they're really expensive, wouldn't run on our layout, that's another reason why I'm skipping those.
So this is way off track, but I'm
You're
just
always way
saying-
off track, man.
I'm just saying that
Oh yeah, he's saying it was the first volume, volume 1. Okay.
I'm giving an idea to Lionel. They're not watching this, but a good idea would be that.
Oh, I thought
How do you
said-
know Lionel's not watching?
I thought you said a deal.
He's trying to give ideas to Lionel, but he's not sure they're watching. What if Ryan Kunkel is watching right now? He accepts the payment in the form of Robux for any new ideas that Lionel picks up. Right?
So What I think they should do, they should make some sort of engine that looks like a caboose.
They have those.
What?
They have a switcher
kinda-
that looks like that New York Central caboose.
All right, so
That
they
would
have
be
those.
cool.
It's
switchers
I don't
look like,
remember what it looks what it's called, but they have engines that look like that. If you remember,
Because that orange
All right,
switcher looks
can
like that.
okay. If you remember Toby from Thomas and Friends?
Yeah.
We have Toby somewhere.
I'll find it.
No, he's in the store.
Oh.
You're not gonna get him. But anyway, something like that. Those are engines. They actually, and that's not the only one they have. I've seen others.
That
I know these NASA switchers. You can show everybody so they can see it.
NASA.
Alright, let's make it out. These NASA,
Wait,
Switcher.
Damien, make sure he's in the camera and not too close.
is it good? Yeah,
Yeah.
NASA. They're very nice.
Yeah, the NASA's nice, and there's this Staten Island
Where?
MTA. This one, right? The blue one. That's Staten Island MTA. I think it's MTA Staten Island. It'll say it right here.
No.
It doesn't say it? That's just the model number. It doesn't say. It should say it on there. I think it's Staten Island MTA.
Let me see.
Yeah, you
New
got the
York
glasses. I
City,
can't see without my glasses.
Staten Island, yeah.
Yeah, so that one's really cool. If it didn't say Staten Island, if it just said New York City, I'd probably get it. But we have now this dockside switcher, and we have an MPC era
These are nice.
DTNI switcher that we got. Those are really nice. Yes. You got to show everybody else, not just me. So that's a set. Read off what the set is.
This is the new. Oh, here, up here. It includes a Legacy.
It's a Legacy set.
SE50.
Yep.
372 passenger cars, so that's pretty big.
Yeah. What is it?
72.
foot?
Yeah.
Okay.
There are a lot of combos.
Northeast caboose.
Oh, wow.
Standard Legacy diesel features on PG.2627.
Oh, all right. Hold on. Let's read some comments. So first of all, I'll make a comment. He's reading about a Legacy set in the Volume 2 catalog. And for you guys, I think I did a video about, I got a Lion Master New York Central engine that was a set breakup from like a 2010 New York Central freight set. I got that off of trains.com. And I got, it's a fantastic engine. I got it really cheap because it doesn't come with the box because it was part of a set that I guess got broken up.
I just found.
But it's a great
very
little
nice
engine. Those are really nice.
Very nice
When you
engine.
get those legacy sets, those always kind of pique my
This
interest.
is,
All right, here's a comment, right?
Oh,
Custom run Milwaukee Road 260 from Mr. Muffin's Trains, and it was perfect for small layouts. So they try to stick to, bless you, Midwestern road names. Mostly enjoy all road names like New York Central and Pennsy. Do we have anything? Oh, we do have one Pennsylvania.
Mm.
We have the
Okay.
probably
There.
just in the corner of the picture over here. You can see that's an MPC era
Yeah.
Pennsy EP5. Yeah.
Um,
All right, so I have to say before you jump in, one thing I've been actually eyeing up lately is I never thought I really would like it, and then Sid from Sid's Trains did a video on the JLC GG1, and now I'm kind of piqued my interest about potentially getting a GG1. I would get one though, hopefully with some sort of command in it, not the JLC because that probably wouldn't run on our layout, but that's definitely interesting. So the custom run 260, what did they do? Is that the what do you call it? The Strasbourg? They basically just remodeled that with a different paint scheme. It's gonna be my guess, right? Scott says hello. Hope everybody's doing well. Thanks, Scott. Welcome. Yeah. All right. Datafied says it's fun collecting anything, but it helps my wallet if you limit to things like road names. Not a bad strategy. Yeah, completely agree. That's a great idea. I mean, one way to keep yourself from buying everything in the catalog is try to stick to road names. And the other thing I try to do is, unless like rolling stock is brand new, something net new that like has never been done before, I kind of try to just go to like a Greenberg show or something like that and build my rolling stock off of that. Just because I feel like the catalog, obviously the newest stuff you're going to pay the most for. But I did order earlier this year the I'm going to get this wrong. The Vision Line stock cars for Union Pacific. I have no idea. I forget what animal it was now. Sheep or something like that. That's in there. Quilling
What?
sheep. I think that's, I could
What?
be wrong. I forget the animal.
Wait.
So it's going to be a package of 3 box cars that make sound. Well, 1 box car.
This is a kind of nice engine. It's a Western Pacific Feather River Legacy Freight
Yeah.
Here it is.
All right, here we go.
So it just turned into you reading the catalog while
probably.
he's like talking
Uh,
about
All right.
everything.
Can you see it? Is it in there?
Okay.
I will get it, but it's
See, all right, so we got Frank.
$16,000.
All right, it's not $16,000.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
I know.
So Frank makes a comment here about a tank locomotive. That's what it's called, tank engine.
Oh no, 1,600.
All right.
1,600.
Yeah. So all right. So Ed's talking about Midwest, and particularly Wisconsin. I learned a lot. Yeah. That's the one thing that's really interesting about this stuff is, I grew up with my father. We had a set of 4 engines, post-bore and 1 MPC. And we used to just run those. And it really was more about, as a kid, excited to go downstairs and grab those ZW handles and just run those things around. And then as I've taken over his collection and started to add to it, and with my boys, it's interesting how it's become more of a, you get the enjoyment obviously about running trains. I'm down here every night running them, but you also start to learn the history of different things, look up different engines, different road names, and start to learn all that stuff. It's really, added a whole new element to it that I never expected as a kid, just going downstairs and grabbing that handle and starting it up. I remember, so when we were younger, my father would set the layout up on the floor in the basement every Thanksgiving-ish, and we keep it up through maybe January the following year. And I would go down there before school started and 7 o'clock in the morning, and I would run trains for a half hour or something. And then I'd get on the bus and go to school and stuff. It was, I used to have so much fun doing that. He had 2 4x8 boards with a 4x6 between them is how he used to have it. And he'd have loops kind of running around on each one of them. It was really, really neat how he used to set it up. I did do it, actually, that's a good point. If you look at my channel, there's a layout history video?
I think that's what
I
it's
think it's in the layout history
One of the
video.
first videos.
Yeah, one of the first videos, a layout
one of the
history
most popular too.
video, where I talk about what I have some pictures of actually what my father's setup looked like in our basement when I grew up.
11
It's the
watching.
thumbnail actually.
Yeah. What's that?
I think it's the thumbnail of the video. The picture of the layout.
Oh, is the thumbnail of that video is the
think.
picture of that layout?
I don't remember.
I don't remember, honestly. I'd have to go back and look.
It is.
Yeah, all right.
Could just be an old picture of ours.
Yeah. All right. Why don't we, while we're sitting here, I'm going to get some stuff running a little bit, but I'll turn the, if I can, turn the sounds down and turn the smoke off or something. You can stay. It's just going to run behind us. It's fine.
No, I'll do this.
You going to move that? All right. Let's see. Track
Off
1.
I think I'm
What
off.
do we got on
camera.
track 1? The
Oh,
Challenger.
Can
Ready?
I turn on something?
Hold on. Let me just turn the Challenger way down.
Can I turn on the New York Central up here?
Yeah, hold on. Get this. There we go. I'm having problems with this remote. I don't know if it's the remote or the system, but it is not responding great to commands these days. See how slow it's moving? Hang on, let me do this, Chris. Oh. Alright, train, engine 39. Turn off that smoke. There we go. So I can't get it to speed up. There we go. Alright, hold on. Alright, so that's engine 51, aux 1.
And I just spin
Watch
it.
out for the train.
I just spin it.
No, you gotta do it. Engine 51, aux 1. Now give it a little bit of gas. Watch the antenna. No, the other way. There you go. Alright, let me turn the smoke off.
Oh, I don't want to get smoky in here.
Put that off, and
Oh,
the
I'm
choice.
still on camera. Just right
Then
here.
you-
Just on
camera.
camera? Okay, so we got that going. And then let's get this guy going here. Who wants to tell the story of our first live stream and us chasing ourselves around trying to switch trains? Remember that?
Not as
yeah. Someone was like, "One must run every
That's right. Somebody
single-"
was sitting on the live stream and kept looking at the wall and all the engines on the wall and was like, "Run this, run that," and we kept
Run
switching.
the
And we
Conrail, run the
yeah, we
Conrail,
were
run
switching
the
everything
engine.
around. It was crazy.
Thomas the Tank Engine, that's what I want.
You want Tom.
Oh, we got a comment. No,
Multiple.
actually 2 new comments.
All right, read them off because I've got
No,
everything running.
3 new comments.
Thanks.
It says, if you are familiar with the MPC era, line now, whatever that says, Valley.
What?
And-
Lehigh Valley.
No.
Can you read it, Tammy?
Peekaboo Valley and Northern Mainset. That was the name of an actual layout. Southwest Wisconsin. Got another thing from Ed. That's an actual railroad, not actual layout.
Oh wow, cool.
And Frank says, I think it's an 8 or something. I don't know. Passenger car
Athens.
are 18R curves.
Really?
At furthest.
No, really, which one?
Athens passenger
Ah,
cars.
there you go.
Do
Thank you,
18
Frank. That's
per-
awesome. All right, so we got to remember
Look for
that.
man.
Somebody write that down someplace.
Wait, what's happening here? Behind you.
What?
It just like stopped.
It's. I'm telling you, I'm having problems with the. I think the track is really dirty. That's not helping things. Oh, I just cleaned it this morning.
This morning.
Yeah.
I kind of like how the little engine like wobbles around. This
I can have
think engine.
my favorite boxcars and move back.
No, not right now. We're not gonna mess around with stuff. Let it run.
I don't know.
Yeah, you can see this dirt right here on the track. Look at that. I did not do a great job cleaning the track this morning. I just did it quick. Did some stuff. All right. Oh, there's Real Chief 74. What's going on? How you doing?
My boy.
Wait, that's not the right one.
My boy.
This is my favorite.
That no, the Norfolk and Southern.
I know.
Norfolk and Western.
What's my favorite? Oh God, this one's wet.
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 It's wet.
Wet.
Oh, the oil's leaking out of there. All right, go over there. You'll see a yellow rag. Grab that yellow rag and bring it over here.
And what do I do with my hand?
Come here. I'll show you. Wipe it on this.
I don't know.
There you go.
Rosie, please got to say, hey guys. Ed says, hey Mike. Just wants to stop by real quick to see what you guys are up to. Hi Ed. Same thing.
All right.
Checking in to see how we're doing.
Let's put this down here. Actually, do me a favor. Go put it back. Because I don't want oil leaking on the hook.
What happened?
It's just oil from the tire, the wheels, keep it from squeaking and stuff. Yes, I've been having, I don't know what's going on with the, so we run TMCC here, and I've been having a lot of trouble getting reception from near to the
I think
base.
it's still kind of slowing down a tiny bit.
It's slowing down because the rails are dirty.
Oh.
I can guarantee that.
Wait,
Um,
what do you use to clean the track?
No, let's not, here.
Yeah.
This is what I use to clean the track. You're not going to clean, yeah, just leave it.
Go on,
just
leave
leave
it.
I didn't see. Anyway,
Yay!
there we go. We clean the track. But I've been having problems with this system, and I think probably, I don't know if anybody else has experience with this, but I put a Woodland Scenics light in down that end of the table where the base is for the TMCC system, and one of the wires for the Woodland Scenics light runs through there, and I'm wondering if that's causing interference with the signal. I gotta see. I don't know if anybody has any hints about how to make this any better. I do have the base 3 on order, but God only knows. Last I looked at Lionel's website, believe it or not, the base 3 now says April of next year. So that's 2 solid years from when it was announced.
Dad, have you thought about adding years to your Greyhound channel?
That's a great question. All right.
3977 is on display down the road.
Oh, no kidding.
And it's got him looking nice with that scheme.
Yeah, so the story behind this is I bought this Greyhound Challenger off of somebody on the OGR forum. And when it came, it had the ears installed on it, but the ears were black. And if every picture I've looked at of that engine online showed the ears should have been gray. So I don't know if the person I bought the engine from put the wrong ears on there, maybe switched the pair from like the big boy or something over, or a different Greyhound over. So I took them off, but I do have them still in the box upstairs. I could probably throw them back on. You like the ears on the Greyhound?
Yeah.
But they're black.
They were? They were
Yeah,
gray.
they were black. So I don't know. Oh, there you go. So flop of place is this guy right here typing away.
Philosopher please.
Oh yes. So Southern Crescent. So he's a little mixed up in his collection. He has a Santa Fe and Jersey NJ Transit engines.
No, I'm not HO. I'm saying full O scale.
Oh, and Yosko. The Southern Crescent. Yeah.
They're very nice. I'm not saying anyone has to give it to me, but just they're very
Give it to you.
We have
Someone to
the,
like you're at our house.
We have the Blue
Here's a
Comet
box.
set from NPC era, and I know a lot of people get the Southern Crescent set from that same time. They're pretty nice
Those are
sets.
ears? I don't know.
No, there's no ears on that engine.
Then why does it say 39?
No, that's the number.
What are ears?
I'll show you a picture of it later, but they're actual like pieces you attach to the side of the front of the engine. They're called smoke deflectors, actually. And I've looked on the Lionel website for the parts for this engine, and they don't have those smoke deflectors in stock. The engine is, I don't remember how old, but it's probably, I don't know, 8 years old or something like that. And then I've scoured the parts department website at Lionel for anything I think could possibly work. I did find a pair of smoke deflectors from, I'm guessing, some other Greyhound paint scheme of something somewhere that at the parts sale this year I may pick up, because you can get them 50% off. They'll be cheap enough that'll be worth throwing a few bucks at it, see if they'll fit this engine or not. I don't know. But I might give it a shot. Let's see. It's running better now, right?
Yeah.
That spot?
I made it a million times.
By me cleaning it.
History. Most viewed video on the channel.
He's off on tangents over here.
What are you doing?
So, all right,
One of the oldest videos.
All right, so he's talked about the Southern Crescent, Damien. What is the engine or something that a set or whatever you're looking forward to next for the OCL lab?
I don't know. Other than like the caboose, nothing really. I mean, if
For
I
you,
could
that's
find.
HO. No, for the O.
Oh,
Is there anything you think we're missing that you would like to see someday?
not really. I
Okay.
mean,
Oh,
unless I
wait,
find
that's
something
why-
that looks good.
You said the ears are.
No, that's
You're the one
fine.
who's finding the list.
All right, hold on a
It's like-
second. I got to ask a question about this, because this is a great comment. I could paint them. How would you recommend painting them? Like, is there a certain type of paint to buy to do that? Because that's an idea I had not thought of. Like, could I just pick up a can of like spray paint, like flat gray or something like that, and spray them? Or is there something specific I should use? Because that is something so simple that I never even thought about. I love it.
I thought they were gray.
No, they're black.
I didn't know they were black.
Yeah. The box is upstairs in the top of a closet, so I can't get to it easily, or else I'd show you. Yeah. All right. So I've talked about Big Boy, Blue Comet, Camelback.
Looks like we just got a subscriber.
Yeah. All right.
Uh,
You have no thoughts about what's. You won't let me get a New Jersey Transit,
I let it.
Jersey Central engine for the table. I know you will. You'll let me spend money left and right. So that's free. I'm sure some of you guys have kids. I've got one over here who would spend every dime I could possibly give him, and one over there who saves every dime I give him. Impressive.
Spend everything.
Spend it.
Nice. So all right, I started to tell this story before, then I waited for you to finish saying something. So in a video I did recently, I did get the MTH Pacemaker Hudson, which was a custom run by Train World. And all right, so let me just go ahead and say a couple things. First of all, the engine had a bent rod that when I went to run it, the rod actually bound up on the side of the engine and bent even further so that it was all disproportionate out of the way. So I contacted Train World and I contacted MTH. And MTH said, yeah, we got the part. It's this part number. Order it right here from our parts site. And but they said, but you're probably better off just bending the rod back into shape. And I was thinking to myself, all right, this is a very expensive engine that I just bought. I want it to look perfect. Let me order this part. Well, I ordered the part. It comes, and it was the wrong part. So the rods are like I'm gonna make this up, but the rods are kind of like a brushed or a satin look.
Oh,
And
wait.
all right, hold on. Let me finish my story, then we'll read the comments. Brushed or like a satin look, and the rod they sent me was a shiny one. So I contacted MTH again, and this is where they pissed me off. So they were like, "Oh, well, yeah, we don't have that part. You should just take the rod and rub some Brillo on it, and then put it on the engine." And I thought, why wouldn't you just tell me you didn't have the part to begin with? So I contacted Train World, and I have to say the people at Train World have been fantastic. They sent me a shipping label. I sent that engine back. They sent me a new engine. So 3 days turnaround, by the way, in that shipping, which was fantastic. So I sent them an engine, and two days later I had it made. I go and put that on the tracks, and it shorts out. Literally, as soon as I apply power to the track, it shorts out the track. Turns out, after conversations with Train World a couple of times over the phone with the technician, I had sent the engine back. The engine has a faulty board in the tender. They're going to send me a brand new engine, hopefully next week. But you know, I have to say, I've kind of been unimpressed with MTH. I do have one other MTH engine, the pink Commodore Hudson, which is way down in the yard down there. But I was like really unimpressed with MTH and their service and their kind of like quality. I've heard so much about them from other folks online that I really was expecting more, I guess. All right, so Datafied respond to the question. All right, if they're metals, just find a great paint to match and spray them. Should hold up fine. All right, so metal like spray paint. All right, so like is Rust-Oleum the right brand, or is it Krylon, one of those kind of brands? All right, so we are going to go on the hunt for that. That's going to be a great idea. We'll see if we can find one that matches that gray and give it a shot. Maybe I'll put the black ones on there and you tell me if it's worth the effort. Sounds good. Cool, that is awesome. That's great advice that like I said, it sounds so silly that I didn't even think of it. Yeah.
Got 12 people watching.
How many people we got?
12.
All
We've
right.
been consistently at around 10 the whole time.
All right. Nice. So 12 people, I think, is the highest number we've ever had on a live stream.
I think this might even be better than the Rail Chief one like a week or two ago. I think that one was more around 8.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably got to about 12 at one point.
Yeah.
This one's been around.
All right. What else? What other topics you guys got for us? He's busy typing away. I don't know what he's doing over here. But what other topic? Do you have another topic for me?
No.
No? Nothing good? Should we just bring everybody in close and let the trains run a little bit?
No. I got it.
Yeah,
commented.
he asked a very important.
Can you read the question?
He asked, "What is your favorite road name?"
Everyone.
Oh, everyone. Yeah. So you guys in the
Specifically
the
say
12
everyone.
people watching or so. Hey, you guys tell us. Well, we've already heard a couple, by the way, right? If you look back up the comments, I think there was a Milwaukee
Yep.
and a couple of others, right? So, but everybody who hasn't commented, let us know what's your favorite road name, or like how do you guys run your collections, right? Like, do you just collect what you like, or do you stick to a specific road name? I know Datified had that great comment about how to kind of manage your budget. Sometimes sticking to a road name does help you kind of manage that. So, for example, I run a lot of New York Central, and like I said, New Haven. GG1 is mostly Pennsylvania, so I have not picked up one of those.
We have the Haven box car. I think that's
Yeah, the New Haven boxcars are in the loop over there.
cool.
I just don't have that running because that's loud.
All
All right, here we go. Hold on. So we got somebody asking, do we like Lionel trains? Yeah, see, Ed responded, right? Milwaukee Road. That's what he was saying earlier. So Lionel is, you know, what I grew up on. Like I said before, my father handed us down 4 Lionel engines, 3 post-war, 1 MPCR, and I have pretty much exclusively since then acquired Lionel engines, except for these 2 MTH engines. Rolling stock, I've got everything. I've got Atlas, MTH. What am I missing? Lionel, obviously, and K-Line. I do have 1 K-Line box. Alright, what's your favorite scene on the layout?
Favorite scene.
I have to say, like, as we've matured in our layout, so the one thing that's something I can fix here is we tried to make this more realistic, but I started with a piece of plywood painted green, and I've never gone back and like done the work to put a green mat down and put realistic roads and all that stuff. So we'll never get there. For the boys, I did start their HO trains like that. But I have added some realistic, tried to add some realistic scenes, and there's the hobo scene down the end there.
I think
that I
my
can show.
favorite scene, like the scene of the big factory, the Frosty Bars, racetrack.
Yeah, the racetrack is great, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He even do races on that thing.
All right, Datified says they started with UP and a few Pensy things. Yeah. I have to say, like I said, I had never thought about that GG1 until I watched
Couple people left.
Sid's video, and I was like, wow, that's really cool. And now I'm like kind of hooked
We
on
just
that.
had 9 people, so
All right, so we had some people leave. That's okay. You know, it is Friday night. People are probably getting ready to go out, not hanging around watching us. So we might go another 5-10 more minutes or so, and then we'll wrap it up for tonight. Yeah, so I spent all day, my day off from work, all day. I had dirt delivered to fix some spots in the yard. And I just went ahead and say I ordered way too much dirt. I ordered 4 cubic yards of dirt. I probably only needed 1. So I killed myself this afternoon moving dirt all over the place. So I'm going to go have a nice cold beer after this.
And your back probably hurts really bad.
Actually, no, my back is okay
Well,
right now.
David's
We'll see
back
tomorrow
probably
morning.
hurts.
My older
My
son.
back would probably hurt.
My older son helped out for about half the day, and he did okay.
Oh.
Only hurt himself once.
Yeah.
I tipped over the
Did
wheelbarrow
have a problem
twice.
with the wheelbarrow and the one wheel and not and dumped it over.
Yeah, I tipped it over.
All right. Well,
Ed, I was into HO scale for decades before switching to 3-rail 08 and ended up.
all right. C. Kelly says, "Thanks for joining. Please make sure you subscribe. You know, we try to throw these up there every once in a while, but thanks for joining."
Enjoy the stream.
Yeah.
Thank you for enjoying the stream.
So
You cut
Ed,
off
yeah,
part.
you know, and it's funny, Ed, because I started, like I said, my father had his stuff that he ran, and then he bought me an HO set, which I've passed almost all that stuff on to the boys. And so I did the same thing. It's almost like a good way with those HO starter sets, small on, you could do so much in a smaller space, to kind of get them going on their layouts. And then obviously we have the big layout that we all work on together. So this one's all of ours, and they each have their own smaller layout. And then it's it is a great way to come in. I have to say, so we've talked about this.
Stream is lagging.
All right, hold
I
on.
check. It looks fine there. That could be because of right here, though.
Yeah, it could be because of lagging.
I don't know.
So speaking of HO, we have been on the hunt for an N or a Z scale set that's reasonably priced. We don't want to break the bank, but just to like mess around with something that small. We were just so curious, the three of us, about that. So that's one of the things. Maybe if I see something tomorrow at the Greenberg show for the right price,
Yeah.
we'll pick one of those up.
Where we put it
We
though?
got a comment.
Oh, the NZ would be something we'd only put up maybe at the holidays or something.
Yeah.
You got a comment.
All right, go ahead.
There's a K4 I used in the new video for a line sheet universal remote. So we're off to a start with
PRR. All right, so Pennsylvania Railroad. That's what PRR stands for. Yeah, so those K4s are cool. So the line sheet remote, I do use that. I have that for the Polar Express down here that we run. But everything else is Line Chief Plus 2.0. Oh, actually, that's not true. Mickey Mouse. I don't know if you can see Mickey Mouse up there in the corner. He is he's on our Line Chief remote, but everything else is I flipped over Line Chief Plus 2.0. I put on the TMCC and run it that way. But yeah, I have to say that remote is great for running stuff.
We gotta do a couple more minutes. I think we should finish off the hour and then another 5 minutes.
Okay, we'll finish off the hour and be done. All right, cool. So guys, let us know if you have any more questions or anything like that, any more good ideas.
And
Um,
we'll just leave you to watch the readings.
Well, no, we'll shut it down.
Just walk away.
We're not going to leave it and walk away. Yeah. That is my phone we're using. I do need to actually use that at some point.
Let's finish off the hour.
All right, where are we here? We got 1
50.
minute left. Oh my God, it's giving us like a 1 minute timer now.
No, we got 4 minutes left.
So in all of my videos, if you hear little comments from behind the camera, that's this one. He's usually standing behind the camera as my director, giving all sorts of hand signals. So if I look like I'm losing my mind, it's because I'm staring past the camera at him going, which is kind of fun too. But I have to say, like, you know, it is great doing this channel with these guys. They both help me out a lot, coming up with ideas and just having fun doing it. I know Datified is,
12 likes.
is all right.
I-
You know, I've started watching his channel. He's got a similar channel. Just, you know, it's a great little hobby to just, you know, it's expensive as hell, but just have fun with it and really figure out where you can go. And like what I do is sometimes I'm working on the layout, and that's where I'm putting my time and energy. Sometimes I'm thinking about, you know, collecting rolling stock or a new engine, things like that. It's kind of like a good way to rotate around, and I've learned all sorts of new skills about how to wire things up. I did operating signals in the yard, so as the switch tracks switch, the block signals switch. So I have to do, like I said, I'll do a video down there about that yard section, but I might do something special on those signals and how I put those together.
There's an interesting
Alright.
comment.
What is that, another comment?
Yeah, it's an interesting one.
Yeah, Gil said, Gil's trains expensive indeed. Yeah, and that's why, like,
No, Ikigo.
my last video, I went over some tips that I use on how to save some money buying trains,
Nice.
using the trains.com like rewards points, but I also use Bing as a search engine, and they have a cash back feature. So as I'm like buying Christmas presents, birthday presents, you get cash back, and that builds up over time. And I use that to offset the cost of some trains. Or I use like credit card rewards sometimes to buy gift cards for everyday purchases, and then I'm able to offset the cost
Look
of
at-
some trains there.
Look at the comment after that.
Yeah, we got a comment.
After that,
It says this guy in England who buys old suitcases.
Yes. You've seen that, right? You've seen that on YouTube? That's amazing. Those are amazing. If you guys haven't checked those out, you got to look at it on YouTube. Guy built N-scale layouts inside there.
2 minutes.
And then, all right, wait, what does Nathan say here? I got a BNSF Lion Chief. Yeah, E44, ET44C4. You're in Canada, okay. Get some Canadian Pacific or something CNN. So, thank you first of all for saying you love the channel. I really appreciate it. Yeah, so we actually have is the CN car down there in the camera? I can't tell. There's a red car down here. It's actually a CN car. That's part of an MPC set that we actually got handed down to us. But yeah, there's some good stuff too. Like in the Lionel catalog, all right, now you're stretching my memory here, but I'm going to say Volume 1 last year, they did some diesels that were camouflage or like army color painted Canadian Pacific, and Canadian National,
1 minute.
and they were awesome looking. And I almost snapped one of those up because they were really cool. And reasonably priced too, but Yeah, Nathan, thanks for watching, man. I appreciate it. Hopefully, you guys continue to enjoy the videos and things. Just like to have fun, throw some stuff out there, right?
1 minute.
All right. So we're gonna wrap it up.
Finish off with them trains. Start wrapping up.
All right.
Yeah,
So-
T layout. T layout. T.
Wait. Where does it say T?
The guy.
Small T gauge. All right. Wait
I
a minute,
love
before we
T.
drop off, I got to know more about this.
I
T
showed
gauge
you. I
layout.
think.
In the corner of the HO layout. Wow.
I showed you. I think. The
Oh, you
T.
showed T.
Like, I found it.
So
I
T
found a
is
picture.
smaller than Z.
I found a picture of it, and it was like an engine next to a penny, and the engine was as long as the penny.
So that's awesome. That is really cool. All right, I have to go back and look at this what you showed me. So what it was funny. It was somebody was I don't remember what I was watching. Somebody was talking about somebody had remember the idea you had is put an N scale layout in somebody's front yard.
Yeah, I was saying.
Like,
I think I was saying that with the
we talked
T.
about doing that. But now we can get a T scale layout.
I
put it
think
in
I
the
was
front
saying
yard
that.
like
Do it with a
and it
T.
would look like a G scale layout.
Yeah.
On here. That's really cool.
I was on the HO forum and I saw someone put up a video of someone riding a little train
That's
like
really
their
cool.
stomach on the train.
Yeah. Well, you can buy like big trains that people like your size can just get on and ride, that are model trains.
I've
It's
seen
really
those.
I guess
cool.
Yeah.
T gauge is half the size
I
of.
guess we should.
That's cut off. Z. All right, half the size of Z. That's.
I
All right, we got to check that out. Let's see if we can find one of those tomorrow.
I guess we can start wrapping up now.
All right.
More than a minute. Alright, yeah, more than
Wait.
an
All
hour.
right. What's
I gotta
that?
see if I can find the picture.
All right. Well, we don't have to find it.
Yeah, we can.
But thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate you guys coming by and all the great conversation. It's been a lot of fun for us. So, okay, you want to say goodbye from behind the camera?
Bye bye.
Bye bye from behind the camera. Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
More videos and
Yeah, we're gonna
see you
hopefully,
next
like I
time.
said, we got a video coming out this weekend, and then hopefully some more next week. All right, shut us down there. Thank you.
The
See you
X.
next time.
Yeah,
Bye.
end stream somewhere in
Thank you
there.
for the,
Yeah.
Thank you, Jones Trade. Thank you.
Yeah, there you go. Stop streaming. Yeah.
All right.